Hello guys, this is Magic Ray, and I'm showing you some resolution comparisons between native 1440p versus native PS2. I will also be doing some frame rate testing and show you guys the best settings for Destroy All Humans 2. We are using large frame buffer, a custom resolution of 2560 by 1440p, native, 16 times anisotropic filtering, bitmapping is on automatic default, the full direct 3D recommended, CRC hack level is enabled. We are using 16 times MSAA with skip draw set to 3. This game costs 1.8 gigabytes of video RAM with 16 times MSAA and 1440p enabled. Now this game has a lot of graphical glitches, so that's why I have skip draw set to 3. You can change it up if you want, but I found 3 to be the best throughout from start to finish of the game. I have finished it, by the way. Texture filtering of display and FXAA shader enabled. We are using bilinear PS2. Seems like the game doesn't need a proper filter, like forced or forced including sprites, and also direct 3D 11 hardware is on as well. MTBU is enabled as well. I don't recommend it on this game. It's not too terribly hard to run, but if you have more than 3 cores, I have 6 cores, definitely turn it on just for the full 30 FPS consistency. The game does target 30 frames per second. This game also targets 640 by 447. I think it means 448, but we'll just go with what it says. Now let's have a look at it. Okay, so this is Destroy All Humans 2. And as you see, there are some slowdowns already on software mode. And as you see, there's a lot of jaggies on the ground, viewing at oblique angles. The game seems to be using bilinear, the texture filtering, but that's pretty much it there. It could be trilinear, but it's more of a bilinear in my opinion. My UFO is turning invisible. Oh, there you go, it's back to normal. I think, yeah, the further you are, it disappears. So yeah, there's a lot of pop-in on this game. That just reminded me that the further the distance you are, the more pop-in there is in this game. The first game had a lot of pop-in issues. This game actually kind of fixed it up a bit better in my opinion. But let's have a look at native 1440p. Now at native 1440p, everything looks a lot more clearer. There are some graphical issues, as I said earlier. You can see on the ground there's a bit of artifacts there, some strange lines. Also my character around his little helmet has got some artifacts as well. Up here has got some artifacts. Also there's a broken sprite right here, as you see on the left hand side of the HUD. That's just because of upscaling to a high resolution. This game seems to have broken sprites for upscaling, but that's okay. It's not even really noticeable much. Viewing at oblique angles again, this game looks really good at 16 times anisotropic filtering. As you see, there's no jaggies at all, so it gives it a nice smooth presentation. There's Earth right over there having some graphical issues as well. I love the polygon count on the Earth as well. You can see all the little pointy edges there. It shows its age at a high resolution, and that just gave me an idea. Let's have a look at a native PS2. Now you can still see the little pointy edges of the Earth, but it does smooth off a little bit just because of the low pixel count density, but if I upscale it looks a lot more noticeable. Also, yeah, as I said, this game targets 30 frames per second. It does a really good job with MTBU enabled, as you see. I'll see if I can stress test it real quick, which actually I really can't. The game just runs too smooth with this hack turned on. Let's quickly do this to this guy. There's a meteor strike weapon I've got. It's pretty good. But yes, this game looks really nice at 1440p. As you see, there's a little bit of shimmering from this distance down on the ground. If you're watching this video at a high resolution, you'll definitely see that. If I go back to native PS2, as you see, it's a lot more blurrier. All the details mostly gone. If I go back to native 1440p again, you can see that a lot of it's back in again. Now if I go over here, oh yeah, so be careful of the graphical glitches. It's unbearable at some points, but oh well, as you see that's rendering in now. It's at proper detail now. As I said, the first game had a lot of issues with pop-in and blurry renders, but once you get close enough it renders, which is good. But other than that, the HUD looks pretty good at 1440p. If I look at native PS2, as you see, it's a lot more blurrier. But if I upscale it again, the text is a lot more clearer. The text actually aged quite well for a PS2 game, which is really, really good. But that's pretty much it. Yeah, thank you guys for watching.